What's good, gamers? It's your boy Stevie Blunder back at it again with the best deck profile. Yeah, we're actually doing it myself for once, and since nobody loves me, I am going to be doing one on myself with a tripod that I borrowed from my mom. So, thanks, Mom. Shoutouts. Gonna do shoutouts in the beginning of the video. First of all, shoutouts to the dude who got second place. Shoutouts to the dude who got first place at that one YCS that happened like one day ago. The build sucks, don't try it, but it's pretty funny. You just sack into Super Poly. Shoutouts to Jesse Simnagar and John Chu. They let me borrow / buy their cards at a really good price and time, and so shoutouts to you guys. Alright, so what did we play? We played Gren Maju, these Golden Gren. That's what I call it. So why I decided to play this deck, I like punching people in the face with big chunguses. So I just called it Big Chungus Beatdown, or Golden Gren. So let's get started. Main deck. Got triple Gren Maju, D Isa. Banish things, this gains attack. The funny thing about this deck is that you actually don't really go into him a lot because you banish him a lot of the time. But when you have the luxury to summon him, you kind of just win off that. 1, 2, 3, Eater of Millions. Card kind of sucks because if you're not using this to help push for game, like by banishing like a problematic like Colossus or some dumb shit, then you kind of just have this weird thing just sitting on board, no protection, aside from like battle, but that's relevant now. 1 Ultra because I'm poor, even though these cost less than $1. Yeah, banish stuff, boost up Gren, I guess. Really good for outing things like I said, Colossus and things that can't be traditionally removed. We've got triple Dino Sword Pango Chops. It's not a level 8. It's not. You can't go into. It's not a super poly target, but it is the best going second card in the game. I run 3 because even though people do run it at 2, like the Jawari, I think I'm saying a lot. Anyways, this card is just insane. Only sucks when you see it in multiples, but you'll break a lot with this deck anyways. It's not relevant. Triple Gleef. This is terraforming on legs, and when summoned, you could just MST a thing. Note to self that field spell zone is not the same as spell and trap card zone. I actually made that mistake a lot. Not at this locals, but it was pretty bad when I didn't have anything to MST. I just normal summoned him because I thought, oh, I can MST to Hidden City or something like that. Extrude. Best card in this deck, actually. This card is actually insane. It's a soft once per turn where you can just target a card in the field, destroy it if Golden Castle's in your field spell zone, and if you do, just gains 2 extra attacks. But this is like your main way, aside from like Pankratops, of like generic removal. Like honestly, you could just like pick apart boards. Like you target like their reset Widow Anchor, and they're just forced to negate it. So yeah, that was cool. Level 8 Dark, that's gonna come up. Dangers, because I like level 8s. Triple Thunderbird, triple Bigfoot. I was running like Jackalope and Snake and stuff, but then I realized that at a certain point, Dangers sort of become like an RNG element. And these are just the best ones. Pops dumb Floodgates, like Rivalry if I lose to those. Pops dumb Floodgates, like Rivalry, because I lose to them. But honestly, yeah, level 8s help me do rank 8 plays. Darks for super poly plays. That's going to come up later. Triple Gizmek, the card that ties the whole deck together. It is the glue where Gren Maju sort of lives and dies upon. This card's insane. Like I said, level 8, Dark, plays around TZ Boo. And free recursion and free body, as well as the pop effect. The pop effect actually is kind of bad because you want Gizmek to just be constantly resummoning itself. Like if it gets destroyed by like some dumb Solemn Strike, because you activated its pop 3, like you kind of just sit there and cry. But either way, this card's insane. I love it. And triple D Shifter. Resolve this against anything that's not Thunder Dragon, you kind of win. Resolve this against zombies, they sort of sit there and cry. Resolve this against Salamander, they sit there and cry. Resolve this against Pendulum Magicians, they actually sit there and cry. This is actually like insane, but I can understand why people aren't really running it. Because you sort of open or die. Kind of like no material. Run Terraforming, because why are we running one? We're searching up the best card in the deck, Golden Castle Stromberg. Basically, you can summon you can special summon from your deck any card that lists Golden Castle in its name, so in its text. So Hextrude or Gleef. There's a bunch of other cards like Iron Cage or like Iron Hans, like Princessin from like that one Farfa build. No, you don't do that. The main problem is you can't normal summon or set. So if you have like a Grand Maju in hand and this, you sort of have to decide like which do I want to do? Do I want to get a pop and like a 2600 punchy girl, or a bird, or just like big thing? And secret effect is if you attack into it while this is on board, your monster gets blown up on attack declaration, and you take damage to half of its attack points. So please read this card. Remember that this is an effect. Also, during a standby phase, you banish 10. So that's also cool. Powers up a Gren. Monster Reborn. I like sacking people. Foolish Burial. Fourth Orochi. On MST, I didn't have an out to Mystic Mine decks, and I really wish that this was, instead of one MST, it would have been triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone. That would have brought the deck count to like 45? I think this is 43. We can count later. But yeah, Cosmic Cyclone is just infinitely better. I just sort of threw this in because I just really wanted a main deck out to Mystic Mine. Triple Super Poly. They let a card that wins the game when it resolves go to 3. Every game where I drew this, I won. It is that insane. This card should not be at 3. It shouldn't even be legal, honestly. Triple Desires. Banish 10, draw 2. I like drawing cards and I like banishing cards because we're playing Grand Maju Beatdown. And Triple Trade-In. We're running level 8s. We're running Dangers, which proc off the trade-in, so it's not even a +0, it's a +1. Great card. Let's get into the extra deck. The extra deck is honestly super suspect, but you know, I sort of had to build this deck last minute at like 2 a.m., but I'm still pretty happy on what I came up with, even if it was not optimal. 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Underclock. These are our links. I really wish this was a Pentastag because I only threw this in because I want a down pointing arrow. Pentastag lets you do piercing damage, which is what the main thing I was concerned, because I could have like a 10k Grand Maju, but if you're just sitting on Colossus, like I can't beat that. Underclock sort of helps me deal with high attack monsters if I want to help push for game by just having like points like a Grand Maju or Hextrude or like a Danger Bigfoot. So it helps me. Also, it has 1,000 attack. That's relevant. Cerberus, pop Nibiru tokens, I guess. I really wish that was a Phoenix, because I hate back row. Weird coming from a Draco player. Super Poly targets. Starving Venom, Salamangreat Chimera, Predator Plant, Draco Stapelia, Draco Nethersoul, Diaplexer Chimera, Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Good against weird boards, good against generic cybers / Salamangreat, good against the things Super Poly you're supposed to Super Poly, like Thunder Dragons and Orcus. Good against Salamangreat, good against Thunder Dragon boards that end up like Titan and like a other thing, and good against zombies. I might take this out for like a Thunder Dragon Titan, but yeah. Most of these actually came up. Mud Dragon and Starving Venom's obviously the MVP. Draco's Stapelia, really good card. We had Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon and Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon in case I played Cyber Orcust. I didn't because all of them lost to like Hero OTK for some reason. I keep these in. These cards are great, even though I don't run Cyber Dragons. Right Gates, Zombie Stein, great card. Negates. You could actually detach stuff. Yeah, that's what. You could discard like Orochi off it. That's what I meant. You could discard Orochi off it if that comes up. Never really happened, but great card. 4,500 attack. Fucking insane. Helped me win a game once. Tigirsu. If I had to choose, if I could only play one rank 8, I play this one. This one's insane. Sends and double protection. Oof. Oof. Mamma mia. Heliopolis. This card sucks. I just sort of ran it for the name, but because I didn't have anything else laying around. But yeah, this card's not that good. Hope Harbinger, great card in simplified game states, but if you're looking at like a striker board and they've got like 4 set and 3 in hand, like this card is bad. But if you can get to like a simplified game state, like people only have like 1 or 2 cards on field and like no cards in hand, and people are just like top decking, go into this. Best card. And Santa Fawn. This card's just as good as Dingirsu. Remember that it gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard, and you can detach to prevent special summoning in the graveyard. So if you ever go into this with Dingirsu, Orochi, you can overlay this with Orochi, and you could Sanafont, detach Orochi, and then Orochi effect the special summon itself from the graveyard. So just keep that in mind, because quick effects, smiley face. Alright, let's get into the side deck. Side deck's super suspect again. It's mainly just traps, honestly, but yeah. These are mainly just cards to help me go first, and like 3 going second cards, which are triple Nibiru. I hate Orchist. Triple Eradicator Epidemic Virus. I actually resolved this against a Necroz player, and it did jack shit. But I can understand why people run this card. I can understand why I run this card. Because against like certain matchups, you resolve this, you win. True Striker, you win. Geist, you win. Striker, you win. Not a lot. I hate that Orochi isn't a 2500 or higher, but you know, take what you can get. Hextrude is. Triple TC Boo. In case I'm forced to go first against like Orchist. Triple Evenly. Great card against bad decks like Draco and Subterror and Geist and Striker. I might cut this for like Hate Trunade because I did see that Danger Guy run it, and I was like, huh, that actually might work. And triple red reboot. I hate back row. Weird coming from a Draco player, like I said. But if you're setting for and like have like Nemesis Archer and 2 final battles and a judgment and a strike and a hidden city, like honestly, just all I'm saying, I'm not saying much, but know what I'm saying. Matchups. Round 1 played against Hero OTK. Lost the dice roll. He made me go first actually, so I was like, that's weird. So I just sort of set up a Sanafond, I think. It was either like a Sanafond pass. That's something on my card. And yeah, he just went to things. I had a set Super Poly, so I just flipped that on him when he went to like Cross Crusader. And I sort of just, hit my table. And sort of just won after that because he couldn't push through it. No, it was like he went into like Cross Crusader, Plasma, and like Dystopia or something. And I just like super polyed his Plasma and like Dystopia. And I was just like, haha, Dracostapelia, negate Cross Crusader. Because Fusion and Dark. So I won that one. Then game 2, he made me go first again. Just same thing happened. Just super polyed him. Yeah, Super Poly shouldn't be a 3. Game 2, we played against, what's that deck called? Necroz. I hate that deck because those turns take really long to resolve, and I just sit there with just like fiddling my cards like, yeah, okay. And so game 1, I won because I managed to just accumulate more resources than them and just outgrinded because Orochi's a really good card. It got to the point where I had like an Orochi and like 2 Eater of Millions at 4100 attack, but I had like 2 cards in grave. I had like 2 cards in my deck left. So I was like, I better win now, because if I get Valkyrist again, I hate Valkyrist. Valkyrist just like fucks over this deck. I sort of just lose. But he didn't have the out, and then just game 2, I sort of just killed him. I Eradicated Epidemic Virus him, because he made me go first, but honestly, it didn't do anything, because they just searched all their stuff. So that's good to know in the future. Match 3, we played against, what's that deck called? We played against some deck. We played against Striker. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. I should have these written down. So Striker is a deck that loses the Gren because they set up 1 Widowmaker at best and pass. Yeah, honestly, Striker really struggles to deal with OTK decks. Like, just like that don't really rely on monster effects. Like, if you can just summon a bunch of big chunguses, Striker kind of just dies. So I just, game 1, I just, punched him in the face a lot. Game 2, Eradicator Epidemic Virus him. That was cool. Something came up. I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't too relevant, though. But yeah, the Striker matchup was pretty easy. And then game 4, match 4, was against Thunder Dragon Orchist. Fuck you, Kelvin. That deck is really annoying if it pops off. So D-Shifter was like useless in that matchup. Decided it out games 2 and 3. Game 1, I won because Big Chungus OTK, and he sort of bricked. Game 2, he didn't brick, I bricked. He made me go first. He was like the first person to, he was like the only person to make me go first. Even after knowing I was playing like Gren Maju OTK. So it's just sort of sat on Sandafon, and I couldn't like out his board because he had like Colossus and a bunch of other shit. And then game 3, he bricked. He set a Colossus. He set a Colossus and a Fusion, I think, and passed. And I was just like, okay, I win because like Eater of Millions, like Golden Castle, Desires, and I just had the nuts. Yeah. So when I make changes to this deck, yeah, cut the D shifters or experiment with them. Maybe throw in some Phantasmes. Cut the one MST, throw in triple Cosmic Cyclone. Cut this, maybe go for like a Phoenix or a better super poly target like Titan. Be a Pentastag. Be a Phoenix. Side deck's actually not too bad, but I'll experiment with Eradicator Epidemic. It's not actually as good as I thought, but I'm enjoying what it does. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I'm bad at making videos. Haha, psych. Peace!